Greetings. This is war. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it was the war of Armageddon. This is the day of judgment. We pray, we say, in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. All praise is due to Allah, Lord of all the worlds, Master of this day of judgment. Indeed do we serve, indeed do we beseech for thy help. O Allah, guide us on the right path, on the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, and not on the path upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor on those who go astray, especially after they have heard thy teachings. A lot of brothers heard the teachings, but they went astray. But y'all forget we in a war. You want to be in heaven, you say we have accomplished our goals. To be in heaven, have friends in all walks of life. So it's over, huh? We not in the war no more, right? So we don't have to carry the flag across that line and put it on top of the hill. No. We told our enemy that we will, abide by your laws and whatever, as long as it don't conflict with the laws of Allah, the will of Allah. Now, they laws been conflicting for a long time. So they do it so gradual. This is a war that is fought generation by generation. This is a war that's been going on for thousands and thousands of years. It's not going to end until either the black man is totally annihilated and totally submissive to the will of Caucasian. And if he's totally submissive to the will of Caucasian, that means he's serving and being and acting like the devil, which is totally corrupt. And if he's totally submissive to the corrupt devil, which is the enemy of God, the enemy of Allah, then he can't serve Allah and the devil too. When I was coming up back in the 50s and 60s, I was 8 years old. We had gangs back then. I was in a little gang. Our leader, his name was Brandywine. Caucasian name. His slave master must have been an alcoholic or something. His last day was Brandywine. But anyway, we was fighting white boys though. And on the west side, when I first moved over on the west side, I had to fight the brothers in the neighborhood to show what I was about. Good thing my people put it in my head, that I was going to have to fight and how to fight. And I be hearing some brothers talk stupid. My old man told me, first thing he told me about fighting is, never underestimate your opponent, or never underestimate who you're going to fight. He told me that if it was too much for me, we find the nearest alley apple. Y'all know what an alley apple is? A brick. Go upside his head with the brick, but you don't throw it at him. Because if you miss, you done lost your weapon. You just grip it real tight, bust him in the head with it. And my old man also taught me, he said, don't matter how skinny you are or how little or big the other guy is. He said, when you throw a punch, you put your weight behind the punch, but you punch through the target. And you grip your fist real tight. Because I had my thumb, in a way where it could have, when I made my fist, it could have broke off. So he taught me how to grip. And he gave me a little rubber ball, and he told me to squeeze that rubber ball. And he said, you got to build your wrists up because you're kind of skinny, skinny wrist. So when I did push-ups, I made a fist, pushed up on my fist, strengthening my wrist. And then he showed me how to put my weight and my balance. You got to be a certain balance and a certain weight behind the punch. And he taught me how to have fast reflexes and how to have a fast, hard punch. So a skinny dude can knock out a big dude, because I done knocked out some big cats before. See, back then we didn't rely on guns. Now I don't know how a skinny nigga do today, but he might rely on the gun, see. But look, y'all brothers nowadays forgot who your real enemy is. And if a brother gets a following and get wealthy too, and he get enough money and he can make moves, and he gets a following of people, he got influence, he's a leader, and if he go off script, he's a danger. That's been happening since Black Wall Street, Rosewood, all your entertainers, music entertainers, your rappers, those who they haven't knocked off yet. They like Uncle Tom's. They gonna help their people, but they gotta help their people in a way where the master won't take them out. But they can't help them too big, or they gonna get took out. So I'm an old school guy, and some of these young cats I ain't heard of. I ain't heard of Nipsey, his brother named Nipsey. But a lot of brothers talking about it's not no conspiracy theory. But let me tell y'all this. The United States have been a conspiracy ever since it came over here and conquered paradise, or conquered this part of the world. They always been in a conspiracy against the black man. We've always been in a war. We are prisoners of war. Don't seem like it, because this is a type of war that is invisible type war, where it's fought over generations. So he'll do something to you, but he do it on a constant basis. But he changes methodology and change up his strategy and do it different. Some cases he might do it the same. I heard brothers say that he don't hit people the same way he used to with a gun no more. He got other ways, like drones and poison and diseases. Yeah, he do that too. But he not gonna forsake his old ways either. Whatever's convenient and whatever he wants you to think. You know, he don't want you to think that, he might not want you to think that he did it, and he might be trying to start a fight between two gangs. So that's why, you know, the Bloods and the Crips and whoever need to come together, man, because y'all fighting each other, but you fighting the Caucasian. And he ain't gonna let you get, you know, over him, man. He ain't gonna let you be over on top of him. You just an employee, man. He gonna be the boss all the time. But if you listen to Black Light, I'll give you some light on the subject. The name of this series is This Is War. I ain't gonna let up. And remember, we want reparations. I want Michigan, Chicago. I want land. Michigan, Chicago, Ohio. And if they keep stalling, I'm gonna throw in another state. And we're gonna gather up on 1 million or 2. If they don't, you know, quit acting crazy, we're gonna take it. Black Light.